there are a number of challenges. I think at one level we've got issues of sharing data and information between, at one level, the sort of professionals who are working directly with the families, trying to get them to be more open and put the tools in their hands so that they're willing and able to share, frankly, their understanding about the issues the family have got. So you've got everything on the table, so that those people who are working with the family can have a shared view of the issues with the family. I think at another level, in terms of information sharing, we need to share sort of higher level data about the families and about outcomes and inputs and outputs, and really to try to get at the issue of how successful we're being in working with those families. So that's a sort of almost a higher level of sharing data on quite a large scale, and that's usually data that's held in databases and management information systems. So I think we've got quite a lot of challenges in terms of setting up information sharing agreements and getting our colleagues who are sort of more expert than I am at sort of data protection, whatever the rules might be around those, to agree on what can and should be shared and how it can be shared and stored. I think the challenge is probably partly sort of political, in trying to get agencies to work together at a high level. I mean, we've got quite an active and quite a good partnership at county level, but it's not without its politics in terms of the different agencies. I mean, particularly at the two tiers of local government, you've got your county and your district councils. You've got some sort of natural sort of creative tensions between those and around the services that we have to work on together. Having said that, I think we've had sort of quite strong leadership and quite a strong consensus around having to do something to try and address some of the issues for some of these so-called troubled families. And I think the fact that there's been a national drive and a national impetus, particularly since the summer 2011, the summer riots, and the sort of renewed focus that central government's had on it, that's really helped to sort of drive things locally and given us, I guess, a bit of a license to do some of the things that need to be done that we might otherwise have sort of struggled to push through if it wasn't for that kind of priority that's been given to it. We're still getting to grips with that issue, and we're trying to assemble sort of extracts from key systems for all of the main things that we've got to report within a Microsoft Access database. The idea is that we build that into a sort of bigger, more stable data warehouse over the next sort of 1 to 2 years. I mean, that's quite a major undertaking, but the idea is that we'll be able to bring together information about that family against the sort of the various issues and the different frameworks that we've got to report on, that will allow us to sort of cross-analyse and look, for example, at how many issues are affecting a particular family, and on the other sort of the other way that you might look at it, for how many families is this an issue? So how many families have got an issue with mental health or drug misuse or poor parenting, as well as sort of looking at the individual family and how many issues are perhaps afflicting that family. But the idea is that this data warehouse will allow us to sort of cut that data and that information in whatever way we need to cut it, and hopefully be able to produce regular reports to go to, whether it's central government or local sort of partnership boards, or even down to the sort of the team managers who are managing the teams of workers who are going to be trying to coordinate the work with these families. Okay. So the idea is this one system will produce the reports that we need.
Excellent. Thank you so much for today.
That's all right, you're welcome.
Thank you.